This may be happening. Sort of an ominously worded document, right?
It was a little ominous. It said, be careful about what you say in front of the television. Try not to have any sensitive conversations in your living room because the TV is going to be recording what you say.
If you just bought a smart TV, the FBI is also issuing a warning over those devices.
So what this means is I could be sitting here watching TV from my bedroom, and you could be anywhere in the world looking at this image of me watching.
Yep.
You've done everything right. Strong passwords, privacy settings, even tape over your webcam. You're careful with your phone and laptop, but there's one device you probably never worried about. The smart TV sitting quietly in your living room. It plays your favorite shows, responds to your voice, and looks harmless, but behind that screen, it might be watching your back. In 2019, the FBI warned that smart TVs can be hijacked by hackers and even used to spy through built-in cameras and microphones. So if the threat is sitting right there in your home, the question is, how much of your life is being seen and sold without you knowing it?
Really scary stuff when it comes to these smart TVs.
Yeah, I don't know about you, Vlad. The last time I bought a phone that was a non-smartphone, it's a long time ago. Yeah. Same thing with your television. And just like we have to lock our phones down and our home computers down, now we have to lock down all of these smart devices in our living rooms, including our televisions.
But while your attention is on the screen, your smart TV is doing more than just showing you content. It's quietly taking notes, snapping images of what's being displayed. Not a couple here and there, up to 30 full frames every minute, even if you haven't touched the remote. According to US Patent 10,951,698B1, filed by Inscape Data Services, this isn't a hidden bug or random glitch. It's built into the system, part of a process called real-time visual sampling. Even when your TV appears to be in standby mode, it's still scanning what's on the screen and collecting that data. They call it smart interactivity. Sounds helpful, but not really for you.
So what this means is I could be sitting here watching TV from my bedroom, and you could be anywhere in the world looking at this image of me watching.
Yep, I could be sitting on a laptop in a cafe in Paris, and as long as I have a network connection, I'd be able to get into your TV and access the camera.
The kind of scary things about it is that it doesn't actually give any indication that the camera's on. And there is no little LED that shows up when the camera's on. So it could actually be watching you and you never even know.
Do you know that we all have a secret digital profile collected by our two smart TVs? So how exactly does our TV know so much about us? It all comes down to something called ACR, or Automatic Content Recognition. This technology is built right into many smart TVs, and it's far more powerful than most people realize. ACR works by not only taking screenshots, but also listening to the audio coming from your screen. Then it compares that content to a massive database of shows, ads, and scenes to figure out exactly what you're watching and when. It's not just about knowing the channel or app. You're being tracked down to the second.
There are also reports that smart TVs themselves are watching what you do and reporting the data back to the company that made the devices. So what kind of information are they using?
Well, just think about your phone and all of the important information that's available on your phone created by applications. So on your smart TV, there might be Netflix, there might be YouTube, and all of these applications, just like the apps on your phone, they talk to not just the device maker back home, but they talk to each other and they send information between each other. So much of that information is just as vulnerable as anything on your phone, and if it has your TV has a weak or non-existent password, all of that information is accessible by cyber attackers.
According to Dr. Peter Snyder's 2021 research at Brave, ACR doesn't just collect what you stream online. It can also grab data from what you watch through HDMI, like DVDs or game consoles. So even if you're playing an offline video game or watching an old disc, your TV still knows what's going on and logs the details. A 2018 report from UC Berkeley, titled Watching You Watch, confirmed that ACR was present in millions of TVs from brands like Vizio, Samsung, and LG. What's worse is that these hidden features are often turned on by default, with opt-out settings hidden behind vague or misleading menu options. You thought you brought home a television to watch content, but what you really brought home was a two-way system, one that watches you back constantly and builds a detailed profile of your habits, preferences, and routines, even your banking credentials. It does it without ever needing your permission.
Conceivably, what could they be using this data for?
Well, for the same data, the same reason you might want to siphon information off of your phone, that's pretty useful not just to hackers but to big data companies. However, what's really interesting is this new practice called cookie syncing. That is when I have a cookie that's a little piece of data on my computer or my phone that identifies my browser and what I'm doing on that phone or with the applications. I can then sign into accounts. Those accounts I'm also signed into on my television, and it lets me, or it lets device makers sync the information between my TV, my phone, and my computer, so you can have a pretty good idea of who someone is and their habits.
But the real danger is when people start using smart TVs for things like online banking. We can take a popular bank address and translate that into a different IP address to a site that directs to a site that we control. So it may look like your bank's login, but you're actually entering a username and password that goes to us instead of your bank.
Once your smart TV collects all that data, it doesn't just sit there, it travels. That information gets sent off, packaged into a neat little profile with your habits, interests, and behaviors, and enters a marketplace most people don't even know exists.